Welcome to another unit in the workbook Statistics. This time I'm going to talk about how to work with the measures of central tendency. Here we're going to consider the following dataset, which can easily be imagined as a group of monkeys owning a certain amount of lollipops. Well, if you don't like monkeys or you don't like lollipops, you can imagine the same thing as different people with certain incomes or different countries with different GDPs, for example. Well, in this case, we have 3 monkeys with 5 lollipops each, 1 with 10, 2 with 15, and then 1 with 25, 30, or 160 each. Well, if we talk about measures of central tendency, we have 3 main measures which are of central interest to us. Those are the mode, the median, and the mean, or the arithmetic mean. And that's the 3 I will discuss in this unit here. So let's start with the first one, the mode which can already be calculated for normally scaled data. Because the mode, that's simply the most frequent value in the data set. So I only need to be able to count. Well, in this case, the most frequent one, I'm going to take a look. I see 5 is present 3 times, 15 is present twice, and all the other values are present only once. So the most frequent one is the value 5. So 5 is the mode, and this is about the values. So the mode is 5 independent of these countries. It's about the value. Well, that's already the mode, the most frequent one. So we can turn to the second one, the median which requires ordinal data and an ordered data set. Well, this data set already is ordered from smallest to largest value. Whenever we have an ordered data set, we can say the median is the value in the middle. In the middle, this means that half of the data is smaller or equal to the median, half of the data set is larger or equal to the median. Well, in this data set, we have 9 observations, 9 monkeys. So the monkey in the middle, and the value in the middle, is the median. So with 9, this one here, the one in the middle, meaning 4 to 5 have the same or a smaller value, smaller number of lollipops than that one, and have a larger or equal number than this one. Well, this holds true, so this is the monkey we need. This is the number we need for the median. Well, what I just explained works for an odd number of observations, or here an odd number of monkeys. If I were to have one more monkey or one less monkey, this would look differently. Then I would need a different formula. So for, well, explanatory reasons, let's assume this monkey is not part of our data set. So we only have 8 monkeys. Then the middle would be somewhere here between those 2 monkeys, between 10 and 15. If we have a case like this, or in other words, if we have an even number of observations, then the median actually is the value exactly here in the middle, and that's the average of those 2 numbers. So the median in this case would be 12.5. And that's also the 2 formulas we can see down here. The first one is for an odd number. This is for an even number. And this, as we can see, is the average of the 2 values. Well, now let's take this guy again into our data set. And we can consider the third and final measure of central tendency we talk about here, the mean or arithmetic mean. For this, we want the average value. In other words, we're going to add up all our data points and then divide this by the number of observations. So here, if we add this up, 15, 25, 55, 80, 110, 270. 270 can easily be divided by 9 monkeys, giving us an average of 30. Well, this is just incidental that we actually get a value which is present in the dataset, because usually this is not the case. So the average, the mean, not necessarily has to be part of our dataset. The median, well, in a case of an odd dataset, is always part of the dataset. In an even dataset or a dataset with an even number of observations, the median is not part of the dataset, but it lies directly between 2 observations. The mode always is part of the dataset. That's the definition. So, in other words, this mostly is not part of the dataset. The result we get here is not part of the dataset. This is just a very rare occurrence. And we also see in this case that due to this one monkey here, the mean is much larger than the median. And that's always one idea to check for an uneven distribution. The mean reacts very strongly to outliers. This is a very rich monkey, so the monkey is distorting the data. The mean reacts to this one outlier, the median does not. And whenever we have very strong outliers, usually the mean points into the direction where the outliers are situated. Median always stays in the middle. The mode we cannot really say a lot about, but in this case where we have very many small values and some large outliers, the mode often could also be in the lower area because many values are situated in the lower area. And well, that's then already everything I wanted to mention regarding measures of central tendency. Hope you enjoyed this short session. I say goodbye and see you next time.